Hello, Taz here again, and this time I want to make, after yesterday where we made the guide with the basics of the game Patron Warrior, I really want you to show now the strength, how you play the game Patron Warrior. As I already explained, and you can see the deck list on the right side now, it is a pretty standard warrior, the pretty standard Patron Warrior we are playing. I didn't really go for tech cards, so to just show you the power things of the game Patron. Okay, we play against Hunter, so Hunter is one of the matchups where the Patrons are not really winning you the match. It's more about like getting your health at a good life total and trade as much as you can. Okay, this is a pretty good start. I mean, we have the fireworks to deal with the first minions, and that's why it's always fine, as I already said earlier. I might even consider coining out Armorsmith, but I don't see the reason why. The only card that is bad for me that he plays here is Haunted Creeper. Okay, that's a really slow start from the Hunter. So yeah, we just play the Armorsmith here to get a minion on board. It's also really good that he already dealt 2 damage. Like normally you want to have your health at as much as can, but being on 28 lives is perfect. You get like double card draw with Battle Rage, what is really nice. So now I'm really thinking, do we attack with the Battle Rage? Or let's go a bit greedy and play the Acolyte here. Now we can. We can still go for a Battle Rage of 2, I'm pretty sure. Like there's no way he kills both minions, so getting a Battle Rage off with 2 is still pretty nicely. Yeah, that's okay. That's really good actually for me, because it's still really slow. Okay, Emperor is drawn, but now we get the Battle Rage for 2. It's like an Arcane Intellect, or just getting playing 1 card, get 2 cards, but it's pretty nice. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. We have no combo pieces at all. I mean, and with combo pieces I mean Throttling Berserkers, Warsong Commanders, and Game Patron. And so I'm thinking of coining out the Emperor next turn, what is still a good play, but the value that I get on the cards is not big, not on the cards that I have in my hand. I really want it on other cards. It's still like a really strong play, but it's so good if you can get it on a Throttling or a Warsong. Like if you can get it on both, you can already charge up the Throttling Berserker for 4 mana, or if you get it on the Warsong Commander and the Game Patron, it's like a 6 mana combo. Really strong. Okay, so now we just can't play it because we can't play the coin. Yes, he can probably trade with it in a way that he uses bow or kill command, but we still have like an Inner Rage, a Wild Winds, even the weapon to just deal with the low tap that will be left. Wow, getting an all from the web spinner, that's pretty nice, bro. That's pretty nice. Pretty nuts. Okay. So now we have to think. Emperor might be too slow here. We can attack the Shredder with the weapon. Coin out Wildwinds. We have a really good slam here. Then we Armorsmith. We Rawwind, we Battle Rage, and we get 3 cards. I really like that. And this is what you try to do. In the early game you try to draw as much as you can. It's all about drawing as much as you can. Like now we get 3 cards here. That's really nice. Okay. Drawing in some combo pieces now with the Warsong. I think Inner Rage pretty nice here. Just because we still have 2 minions on board now. Yes, we use an Inner Rage, but Because we don't have much combo pieces at all in the hand yet, I don't mind it. I still expect like a boom or a high main soon. There's the boom. Oh wow, that's a sick draw. Yeah, I think we go for an Emperor with an execute. We just attack here, getting the execute on. Attack here. I think we also clear this one, because why not? We execute. Like now we get the value, and now you see the power of Emperor. Because we get like everything cheaper. And imagine if we had like also a Patron or a Flooding Berserker in hand. With this Warsome Commander, you get it off for 4 mana or 6 mana. What is so insane if you have a lot of combo pieces. But as I said already earlier, that doesn't matter against Hunter. Against Hunter you play the game to survive. And that's what we are, that's exactly what we are doing now. We might just charge up everything. And then execute. I'm not gonna trade this. Can also go for Despot, clear one. I have to go fast now. Oh, that's a good draw, the second Warsong. Now we have the Warsong with Patron, which is really good. Getting it for 6 mana. Like, imagine if he has like 2 or 3 minions we can trade in and get this off already for 6 mana. We can trade so much. There's Unleash. I guess he's gonna trade with everything here. We can play Warsome Game Patron with the Gnomish Inventor. We can still draw into an Inner Rage or a Whirlwind. We can attack here. We can attack with the Patron here to get another Patron. Despite. Looks kinda slow. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we draw. We use this Game Patron because it's one more and we are not gonna use that 1 mana anyways. It's not the best Game Patron ever, because we only get 1. But as I said already against Hunter, you don't need the Game Patrons to like get a lot of Game Patrons. It's all about surviving, keep your health good, and you're fine. I guess he wants to play something else. Has to be, yeah. It's a really good all for him. But like we still have the charts up, and we can just play another Patron. We can play also the Flooding, and at this moment, like, I can't count. I have to go now. Because it's too much what we have. Like, we have to attack a lot, and we have to just go fast now. Because we have to, like, you see the Game Patrons are spawning. It takes some time every time the Game Patrons are spawning. And I have to attack so much that I really have to do it fast. Because I will rope anyways now. Even, and like, this is impossible to count. You just have to go. And you see here, you see the rope going. Like, I started from the start of the turn. And look how much time we needed. And you can think already like 10 seconds, but it's already sometimes 10 seconds too much. If you see, you can spawn a lot of Patrons, then it is the play. Yeah, that is not enough, and that is why you have to keep your high total life total really high. Like I evaluate my life total really big in this matchup, because you see how close he is. But you see now the power of the game Patron. Like we are spawning all these patrons, we are spawning the Flooding Berserker. That gets insanely big, and it was a perfect example. Like if you get your cards also cheaper, how much that can impact the game. And against Hunter, it's against Hunter you don't use it as like the combo to win. You use the combo to survive most of the time. But it was a really good example. Okay, Shaman. Can be a max Shaman, can be a mid-range Shaman. It's hard to say. Both of these three all these three cards are not really key cards to keep here. So we just mulligan all. Really bad hand here. No card draw, no weapon. What you want in your starting hand is card draws and weapons. That's like the best against all kind of mid-range decks. And this hand has nothing of it at all. So let's hope that we draw into some weapons and maybe some card draw. Weapons are really important now, especially we got the Dread Corsair, and Dread Corsair is one of the cards you can really get put out of this deck. If you are thinking, I have troubles against hunters, put in a shield block or something. If you think a Cruel Taskmaster would be still really nice, put in a Cruel Taskmaster. If you have like problems against handlock or something, put in a BGH maybe. It's all pretty okay to do. Going for a 3-drop. Oh, play against Max Shaman. That's annoying, guys. That's annoying. Hate to play against this. Warzone contest the board pretty okay. Acolyte is pretty weak.
What now?
It has to be Acolyte. Yes, he can trade, but then it takes still 3 damage. We get 2 cards. I really have to hope I draw weapons now. Especially with the Dread Corsair in hands. I need weapons, and he's gonna get so much value out of the Mech Warper. Yeah, he probably plays like a Shredder or a Yeti here now, right? Maybe his weapon, the Power Mace. Spider Tank. Such a weird hand, man. Slam Whirlwind. Pretty sure we slam the Mech Warper here. We can also play Ghoul with that. Yeah, slam is for sure. Like there's no 4-drop to play, so let's just start with slamming. We might just Whirlwind this, right? He didn't have a 4-drop. If he had a Shredder or a Yeti, he will play it. So, and I can't really handle the Fel Reaver. They also play like the Fel Reaver, so playing the Whirlwind here is way safer than going. He didn't have a 4-drop last turn, so. And if I didn't kill the Mech Warper, he might have played like a Fel Reaver, what will be disgusting for us. We had no way of dealing with that. So middle, okay, has another Spider Tank. It's a bit annoying, but we can handle it, right? We can play the Flooding Berserker, enrage the Flooding, and go for a Battle Rage to get double card draw. I think that's the play. We are still really looking for a weapon, and this hand is just too bad. If your hand is bad, you really have to cycle as fast as you can before you get rushed down. And he still has to trade a minion into this Flooding, what might be annoying for him. But it is a set turn, like playing against an aggro deck without weapons is really hard. Weapons give you so much value.
I wonder.
Is there an Ezra Drake and Fel Reaver? That's what I expect here. Annoyotron, that's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying, but like we still don't have any weapons, so it doesn't really matter for us. We can not really charge things up, right? No. Wallwind makes 0 sense, so let's just Gnomish Inventor. There's the War Axe. I might just play it here actually. Because then I can charge the Dread Corsair up for 1 mana next turn. And I'm even gonna attack, just because I can. It's not a really good turn, but it makes our next turn really good. Or at least our next turn has to be decent now. With the Dread Corsair for 1 mana. He still might trade in this Gnomish Inventor, but I think this is a moment where he can afford to just go face and ignore it. But it depends, it really depends on his hand. Like, he might have a YOLO hand with a lot of damage. He can also have more mechs maybe. He played already a lot of mechs. Okay, so no execute for sure. So how do we handle this? We have to charge up. So this is 4 mana, we have 3 mana left, so we can either decide of... I think we go with the Flooding. Because then we can just clear the board, right? Now there is a 3-4 left. Yeah, but Acolyte is way too slow. I can't really do much with my... yeah. It is the play, it pretty sucks a bit, but... So we trade this there, we trade this there, we have the weapon.
Hey, give me a minute.
I must choose.
It's not really good, because we can die in a lot of ways, but it is the best way to get try to get a little board control. We have some card draw now with Acolyte. Looks like a Fire Elemental. Oh, and Lightning Bolt. So he might just have Lethal here. He only needs 4. Oh, he plays a Leerai. Well, that's it. And you see, like... oh, we're getting charged on the 1-1. It's really nice. But you see, this was an example where you are just getting rushed down. This doesn't happen much. Like, let's be clear. He had a really fast start with the Mech Warper. We didn't have any response. We couldn't execute it in any way. We had no weapons. Like, it was a really bad start we had. And this doesn't happen much at all. Game Patron is one of the better decks actually against aggro decks. Because the Warrior just with their weapons already. But we just had a pretty sad starting hand. And we're behind the whole game where we were just seeing 2 or 3 minions every turn. What was just too much for us to deal with. And yeah, sometimes that happens. But as I said, normally it doesn't really happen much this way. Okay, it looks like we play a Mirror, and this is a totally different matchup. Like here you really evaluate also like Game Patrons already in your starting hand. This is a hand where you have to get the combo off. If you can get the combo off, you are in a really good spot. We might go for an early Acolyte with Inner Rage just to get the card draw in, but we will see. Let's armor up. Yeah, Acolyte's Inner Rage. The only reason I will keep Inner Rage is into... well, now I don't play it. Because then it doesn't contest the board anymore, so I just play my Acolyte here. Hope he doesn't have a weapon, but it's of course really unlikely. When does the Warrior not have a weapon? But I really want the Patron with this turn. I mean, we can just Despite, Inner Rage the Patrons, and then we get the and then like with the double Inner Rage, we can already make 3 Patrons, and with the Despite, Death Rattle, we can even make we can just double it to 6. But it's really insane. Don't think it's worth the Inner Rage here. Yes, he can make nice trades, but he can trade with the Fire Warx into our Dread Corsair also next turn.
Mind if I roll need? Armor made to fit.
Okay, there's the Gimp Patron, and that is an insane draw. So we set up the Despite now. Clear the Armor Smith. I don't play the Dread Corsair. Why? Because I wanted to defend my Gimp Patrons. I just play it next turn. It would also die to the Loot Hoarder and my own Death Rattle attack, so... Okay. It looks like it is also a Gimp Patron warrior what we are playing against, but it is a bit more control-ish. There we go, guys. Now you see the power of Gimp Patrons. We can... I'm a bit scared of spamming too much. We are getting 4 already. We can get 6. It will be 3 1-1s. Maybe it's just better to only spam 4 here.
I wonder.
Or just not play the Dread Corsair, I guess. Yeah, we're not gonna play the Dread Corsair here. Because otherwise we have a full board. And with a full board he can Wildwind and clear already 3 of ours. So we just do it this way. I'm not gonna play the Dread Corsair. Let me explain a bit more about that. If we play the Dread Corsair here, we have exactly a full board. So he can just play the Wildwind. He clears already 2 of my Patrons. He just has to use like really not much on this one. Because it will be on 1 lives. And it might be a bit harder. And I don't think we are in a spot where we need Dread Corsair at all. We are in a pretty nice spot here at the board that I don't think playing Dread Corsair is gonna help us. Or it's that important that it will carry us. So let's see what his response is. And this is how you win the mirror match. You have to get on your Patron combo first. The Patron warrior normally doesn't play Brawl. There are really not much Patrons playing Brawl at all. Execute. He's gonna execute a 3-2, I think, yeah. So he has a pretty decent clear here next turn. Another execute. Wow. So what are the options we have here? Oh, we can play the Fire Warx and play the Dread Corsair. The Dread Corsair is really good this turn. Because it makes the attack from the Despite really bad. I get more Patrons. So this is what I want to play for sure. What is 3 mana? With 3 mana I have still 4 mana to play. So I might just play and Slam here and play Battle Rage. To get a lot of card draw, get 1 more Patron. It's just really good. Getting 3 cards. That's what we want, right? Yeah, it's pretty good. I just tried to make as much Patrons as I called here and get a lot of card draw. And like you see, we had the Patrons first, now we are cycling to get even more card draw. And that is such the, like, you see, do you see how powerful this deck already is at turn 5? Like, there are not many classes that can make a board like this just from 2 card combos. And that is why people consider Gimp Patron Warrior as the best deck at the moment. He can play in Patron, but does that help him? Doesn't really help him. I mean, I'm gonna spam more. Yeah, okay, I only have 1 now. But but still not really powerful, man. Not really powerful. I mean, if he had the Warsong Commander, we had already the win here. Yeah, I don't really have to look heavily for the win. I can just... Let's just get all the attacks in. Nah, doesn't really make much sense. We are so ahead that it doesn't make much sense. But no reason. We are just making our cards a bit cheaper. Not overextending too much in a top deck brawl if he plays it. I don't think so. You see he runs like a lot of shield blocks, so he might play a shield slam. But still, I'm not really scared at all. Like, we're so ahead. Yeah, and he's just using the commanding shout now to get an extra card draw in, but it doesn't really help. And I think we're, yeah, he's dead now. Okay, so you saw like how powerful the game Patron is. We had like 2 games where and it was really interesting because we played against an aggressive deck, the Hunter, and against the Hunter we made a totally different playstyle than we did this game, and it's really important to see that difference in playstyle. And yeah, we had a really sad game against the Mexian, but it's good to know that you can expect sometimes you just have no weapons, you have no answers for their aggressive decks, and then it might be hard. But as I said already, that is not gonna happen much of the times, and I would say it is one of the best decks for the ladder, and it is maybe a difficult deck, but if you want to try it out, it might be fun. So I hope you had something on this guide, and I hope you have a good day.